on the bar, and as the girls are coming in for the party, we're all standing there with our roses. We're saying one of our brothers passed away, and we're having the viewing down in our bar. And Duke went down in our bar, and we went. And so we were taking all the girls and their dates down to our bar, and we're mourning Duke, and he never moved for 3 hours. And then the girls finally had to go up and have their ceremony. They had to party, and right in the smack in the middle of their party, 4 of us decide we have to bring Duke up into the living room and have the service for Duke, the burial service, and so 4 of us carry him up, and Mitch comes up from the basement. He's watching the game. He's bitching about the Flyers game, and it's at the exact moment of the height of their pledge ceremony, and it was, and Mitch is giving this speech, and we're all crying, and Neil Young, who was dating Gay Kunkel.
Gay or gay?
Gay.
Neil went nuts.
Yeah.
And he came up, and Duke is lying right in the bottom of the steps. Neil comes up and starts kicking him in the head. And this is the most outrageous thing. This is so insensitive. They're right in the middle of their ceremony. And Duke still hasn't moved. And so as pallbearers, after Neil walks off,
Let me interrupt. The sororities who didn't have a house,
yes,
their own house, sometimes they liked the Fido house because of the staircase. They could present the girls coming down the staircase, but they didn't like the house because we weren't right on campus, and this was when not a lot of people had cars and stuff, so there was that kind of thing. But anyway, the Alpha Chi's decided to have it there, and of course all the brothers then that don't have dates, they just did nothing but cause mischief that night,
Yeah. And so we pallbearers pick up Duke. We take him into the hallway, going out the side door. Duke still hasn't moved. And we're looking at him and worried. He got kicked in the head, man. And he opens up one eye and the other, and he said, "Fuck them if they can't take a chance." There's a memorial service for him. We got to bury him. So somebody comes up with the idea of digging a hole next to the cottage, and we dig a hole. Somebody makes a headstone, and we bury Duke up to his neck. We take all kinds of pictures, and then where are we going to have the cemetery? Where are we going to have the burial? Let's go up the hill. And so
this is the next day now.
The next day,
the
Sunday,
next day. In the afternoon. So I mean, it took us a while to figure this out, and so Hunter had a small station wagon, so we put Duke in there. Hunter's the driver. Vinnie Londino is the wailing widow. You make a hearse and a funeral procession. And we drive up the hill.
Somebody had a motorcycle leading the thing.
Yeah, Donnie and Bill Schaefer had a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And they were the lead of
Your buddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Blackmore? What was his...
Donnie Blackmore.
Yeah.
And,
I forgot.
And
Okay.
so we go up the hill, and where are we going to bury him? Where are we going to have the funeral the service itself, the pre-burial service? Freak Hill.
Freak Hill, yeah.
And we had it on Freak Hill. The whole house was there, and who was the minister?
Yeah, I had the
Pope Greg?
because I had
Pope Greg.
among other things. I think I was the
Greg.
only guy who probably had a Bible, and second of all, the only guy that had a
Well,
tux.
that was sober.
Yes, and sober the Sunday afternoon, and so yeah, that was it. And really, the postscript right over here is the fact that I was scheduled to be with her, and she, of course, I was nowhere to be seen.
Right,
And
nowhere.
she was pissed. But looking, then all of a sudden looked out and said, "I think that's
Well,
Greg."
weren't you in the middle of the circle there? in
No,
Brooks
no, we
Hall?
were on Freak
On the hill,
Well,
on the
you know,
hill.
Oh,
yeah, but we went to South
Yeah,
Hall.
you
We
went
went
to-
to
Yeah.
You did the
Oh,
whole
there-
And-
thing because
and
I
I-
looked out my window and was like,
Yeah.
"What the heck is going on out there?"
And I do want
That's-
to pat myself on the back because although Hips is correct about
I missed
Duke
the sequence. I
not,
screwed up the sequence.
not laughing, I did get him to laugh that day, not the night at the fraternity house, but when he was burying it. And the way I got him to laugh, do you remember Dr. Rhinesmith?
I do, yeah.
The
Sticks.
chemistry.
Sticks.
It's called
Sticks.
sticks. And Duke used to imitate him. He'd get somebody's glasses and he'd put them down at the end of his notes, and he used to call them sticks, and he'd imitate him. So finally, Duke's coming out of like South Hall, and he hasn't cracked a smile, hasn't all this shit's going on, and I go up and I imitate Duke. Imitating Ryan Smith, and he fucking lost it. So I brought him back to life.
And I made a mistake in the sequence because we brought Duke up, had the service, and then we brought him down
And Barry.
back to the house and back.
But at some point along the ways, and I don't know whether I tried to get a permit from South Hall. I had the medical center there. Can I get a permit? It was called tongue in cheek to bury him. Freak out. The nurse went nuts. You know what? It's okay. It's okay.